Bruh. That time's the charm, bro. I swear, if it disconnects again, I'm gonna be done. Cause what do you mean, bro? What do you mean? And you know what the cruel thing is? You know what the cruel thing is, right? Hold on. You know what the cruel thing is about the whole thing? It's just that, bruh. The cruel part is, it tells me like, yo, you disconnected, and then it's like, oh, you reconnected, and I can still see the chat, but the stream is not streaming, even though it's telling me I'm streaming. Oh, you gotta go to bed too, Apple? Damn. Fairs, bro, fairs. It is getting late. It is getting late. That's fair. I can't lie, I'm getting mad sleepy. To be honest, I probably would have been done by now if it didn't keep, you know, if it didn't keep messing up like this. It's 5 a.m. Jeez, it's 5 a.m. for you? Yeah, nah, you go, bro. Go, Apple. I appreciate you even pulling up, bro. Honestly. Sleep schedule is in shambles. Damn. Huh. Yo, Midnight Mocha's in here? What's good? What's good? What's good? You know what I think I might do? I think I might just do tier lists. I might do some tier lists. And some knockout stuff. Alright, see ya, Apple. I don't know. I don't feel like the whole stream dying thing just... I don't want to get into anything meaningful now, bro. Because now I'm like, oh, but what if the stream dies? Huh. That's one thing. That's one thing, though. I wish if a stream died on YouTube, you could just, like... go back into it. Like, go back into the same stream. You know what I mean? Because now anyone who watches this VOD is going to have like zero context. All they're going to know is the stream died. Yo, what's good, Riveno? Also, I know like in the server, it's probably like 3 different pings now for this. I don't know why it's been doing it. It doesn't do that. Like, this is the first time it's been doing it, so. But yo, Midnight Mocha, how are you doing? I haven't seen or heard from you in a minute. You still uploading videos? Do you like marijuana? No, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do any of that. Canadian weed is so strong? I wouldn't know. You know, this is a nice place. I need more chill vibes though. I need to make like a super chill vibes. Like, this is just like stream background stuff, but I need like even more chill, bro. Also, I need to put on shuffle. That's what I need to do. I know a chill song. You're either about to troll me or you're actually about to recommend me a cool song. I still uploaded. Let me check your channel. Maybe it's because I don't see videos about me. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I haven't seen it. Oh, you did one about Lil Wayne v Kendrick? I actually gotta peep that. I gotta peep that. Yeah, this is the best. This is the best channel. This is the best video on the channel, by the way, guys. Understanding Sonic music through Breeton Boi. Best video. Best video on Midnight Mocha's channel. Nah, but low key, when I drop this Persona 6 project with Vice, I need you to check it out. Midnight Mocha. You gotta check it out. I don't know if you're doing like album reviews or like. Oh my gosh. I'm lagging. I'm lagging like a madman. I'm lagging like a madman. Yeah, I don't know if you're doing album reviews or like just like discussion. Hey, appreciate it. I'm rebooted stuff, getting more people into Nerdcore Coffee Break. Snake Eater from Metal Gear Solid and Devil Never Cry. Okay, hold on. Let me check those out. Let me check those out. Hold on. You said Snake Eater from Metal Gear Solid? I feel like I might have heard that. Bro, you know what you just reminded me of? You just reminded me of that list, bro. Like, I don't know if it was IGN or someone dropped this list of like the top, it was like the top 10 video game OSTs. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a dumb list. Like at first I thought it was just ranking the tracks themselves, like the top 100 like video game tracks, but it was like doing the whole OSTs but just using one track to represent it. And they were only doing like one soundtrack per series. And they had Sonic Frontiers at like 15, and I was like, Sonic Frontiers is not the best. Sonic Frontiers is not the best Sonic soundtrack. And you're using that as like the only representative for Sonic? I can't remember if they had Persona 5. I think they had Persona 5 in there as well. Oh, this is an old video. No, I need that new. Bro, I gotta start doing those like I gotta start doing what some of them YouTube channels be doing. You know the people that just react to like video game OSTs and they'll be like reacting to this video game OST for the first time. That's what I gotta start doing on this, bro. Hold on. Where's computer camera? There we go. I might clip this and just upload it as its own video, because I know those be going crazy. I remember when Sonic Frontiers came out, people were posting first reaction to Undefeatable, first reaction to the Sonic boss music. Those videos were going nuclear, bro. I respect it. Wait, hold on.
What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life not for honor.
Hold on. This is a vibe. Why didn't they tell me Metal Gear had music like this?
On a tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light.
Yo, why is she snapping? Why is she snapping like this, yo? Why is she snapping? Any particular one to check? If I were to do an album review, what project would you want? If you were to do an album review for me, I'd want you to wait. My next two projects, I feel like, are ones that I would like to really be like reviewed. You know, I feel like a lot of my previous projects, there was a lot of input from other people. It wasn't quite my full vision. You know what I mean? If you're specifically talking about like my stuff, right? Like it was my vision, of course. I made them, but like I feel like I've silently gone through an evolution that I'm very excited to show in 2025. Like I don't know if you've heard my Persona 6 songs, Midnight Mocha, but I had a mission. I had a mission with Vice. We've been cooking and it's close. It's close. It's music you haven't really heard from me. And depending on, you know, what kind of vibe you're into, particularly if you like Persona music, then, you know, it'll be up your alley. If you're expecting the more kind of, I guess, lyrical, punchline heavy type of thing, that's not really what I'm going for with that project. You have to wait for the next project, the big one, the you know, third entry into a certain little series that I know people have been low key excited for. But yeah, spoiler alert, didn't like it. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do I put it? Like, spoiler alert, Volume 2. I still think, to this date, what I have released is my best like full project. However, I feel like there's a lot of featured voices on that project. That's what I'm saying. And for me personally, like I don't know how other people feel about it. I don't know how you feel about it or whatever. But I feel as an artist that, you know, a lot of those songs that I got features on, like, you know, I feel like the focus is more on the whole vibe of the songs rather than a focus on me trying to display something particularly. If you get what I mean. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but it's like, you know, if I write a song from front to back, like, unless I'm specifically getting someone to do something specific, then it's different. But if I'm just writing a song, if I'm just like writing part of a song and I'm leaving it open for other artists to like feature and do their thing, and it's not necessarily themed around something, it kind of just feels like, you know, I went for something to make a cool song, but it wasn't necessarily like there's too much of that. I don't know if I can even explain it. It might just, I think it's just a personal thing that just sits with me. Like I want to go for a project that's like majority my voice. Like other voices are a minimum. You know, something like Kendrick's GNX if you listen to it, or Tyler's Chromacopia. Like he has features on there, but you don't really think too much about it when you think of the project. You know, you think about the messages that Tyler was giving, right? You think about, you know, you feel like probably weren't introspective enough. There is that, but it doesn't have to be introspective. It just has to be like let me put it like this. If you compare I'm Back to like Launch, I think both songs are fire. I really like both songs. I really like both I'm Back and Launch. I think they're both really good, right? But I'm Back is like 100% Breeton. Like front to back, written by me, you know, my energy. Launch has a similar energy, but there's other artists that, you know, add their own twist, add their own thing, you know, add their own flair. But it's not necessarily directed by me. It's just like, okay, here's what I did. You go, you go. It's not the most coherent thing, but it's still a fun, hype track. You know what I mean? So I feel like I want more I'm backs than launches, if you get what I mean. And so my next project is gonna be more I'm backs. It's gonna be more okay, I think what you're getting at. The project isn't your voice first and foremost. Yeah, yeah, kind of. It feels more like a showcase. It feels more like a showcase of, look, here's what I can do with a bunch of other people. Here's the types of songs we can make. Here's the vibe I'm on right now. Versus making a project that's like, here's me. You know, here's what I can create. Here's my vision. Like, I don't see, spoiler alert, I don't see any of my previous projects as like visions. Like, I wanted to put something together that is digested as a whole thing. It's kind of just like I wanted to make a bunch of songs and I worked with a bunch of people and I, you know, put it together. That's why I think it's a great introductory part project to us. Yeah, yeah. I feel like for that purpose, it's a good project. Like I do like that project. I do still think it's my best work as a project. Cause number one was very rough around the edges. Full dive, we don't talk about that. That's like very early Breeton. That's like Breeton that no one is ever gonna see because people don't go back to those songs and for good reason. Um, the collab projects are the collab projects. They kind of, even the way they were put together, I'm not particularly like the proudest of them. Like I feel like they're both lacking, and don't really have the longevity. I know some people still enjoy those songs, but for me personally as an artist, I feel like they don't have the longevity that they could have had. Um, which is why I feel like I need to do more focusing on myself and my own artistry. I feel like I haven't fully captivated that yet. I feel like I'm a good artist. I can make a bunch of songs. I can make songs about hype. I can make songs about, sadness. I can make songs about love. I can make songs about this. But what I haven't done yet is made a whole project that just encapsulates, like, here's an experience that I want to give. Well, I guess it is kind of. Let me finish this song. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. No. Hold on. Hold on. Now, hold on. Now I need to see if someone's made a beat out of this, because that's low-key a fire sample. Hold on. Why does it sound like that? Okay. Hold on. There's potential in that. That might be a sample. Let me save that. I gotta save that in my samples playlist. Cause low key that's a fire sample. I think I heard what I need anyways. Hold on. If I go to my page, right? Like I feel like this year I've kind of been experimenting with a bunch of things. I don't know how much of my stuff you've listened to this year, Midnight Mocha, but I feel like from when I released Final Form, I feel like a lot of my songs that I dropped, like Final Form, Joy Boy, Bomb Toji, Separate Ways, Brotherhood, I'm Solo Leveling. I feel like with those songs, I kind of I think I know what you mean. A lot prior feels like I can execute the theme properly rather than it being from your perspective. I've been tapping in. Yeah, bro. I haven't been like doing the most out there like experimentation, but I feel like I've been experimenting a little bit. I'm experimenting in other aspects like presentation. I've been using TikTok and Instagram a lot more. Obviously the persona stuff is a specific thing that I'm going for. It's a specific theme. I want to make Persona style music. And, you know, I wanted to build upon that by also making, you know, selling the vibe visually. You know, obviously I have the lyric video, but I've also got the official music video, in which I worked with someone who made like a fan edit or a fan animation, and we fleshed it out, did a whole story. Obviously, Childish Nostalgia recently came out a month ago. This one also has its own visual thing too. I don't know how attentive my audience is being so far, but but I'm trying to subtly put together a story, right? Because that's the direction I see myself going in future. I want to tell stories, and I want to tell my own stories, right? Obviously, in nerdcore anime rap, obviously, it's a lot about the anime you're talking about, right? Which is all well and good. You know, it's good for getting fans of those shows to listen to the music and all that. You know, we know how the nerdcore cycle works, right? But, you know, I kind of want to... I want to cut out the middleman, essentially. I want to give people those same vibes with the same stories, but directly with the music, rather than have it be a vehicle of someone else's creation. You know what I mean? That's why I've been experimenting with these visuals, and that's why I even decided to fully dive into this Persona 6 thing in the first place. Because obviously, because of the leaks, there's a little bit of information out there, but there's really not that much info. So I kind of wanted to just, you know, wanted to work with Vice, and I wanted to kind of just put things like, just create a narrative, create a world. I want everyone who tunes into all the songs to be immersed in this world, that even if they don't get much more info than what I've taken from the leaks and kind of like, you know, warped into what this is, I want them to, you know, dig a little deeper, you know, and just kind of imagine this world, right? Using the visuals, using the music, the lyrics, you know. So that's the aim for the project when it comes out. Yo, welcome back, Vice. Yo, everyone say yo to Vice in the chat. Welcome back. I love Persona 3 and 4. I'm just getting into 5, but I'm curious what exactly is the particular love for you when it comes to Persona music. To me, Persona is great space, jazzy, music that actually really encapsulates getting lost in the area, allowing the space to change and vice versa. For me, the thing with Persona music is it's kind of like... hold on. I feel like I can demonstrate this more by showing my favorite ones, right? For me, it's all about the vibe, right? Persona chooses a genre, right? It's able to pick out specific genres and create, whilst also creating an overall vibe, right? You know, Persona 3 is more hip hop and rap. Persona 4 is more J-pop and rock. Persona 5 is more jazz, right? But all of it works under the umbrella of Persona. Like, you can listen to a Persona song and be like, this is Persona, right? Even if it's a different singer. Of course, it's Shoji Meguro's production, so there is that element that stays the same. But even when it's Lotus Juice rapping, or it's Lin singing, like, it kind of creates that vibe in a sense. And like, I see what you mean, the jazzy music that encapsulates where you're at. That is why I see it, like, because most of it is overworld music, right? Most of it plays while you're walking around in a game or in a boss battle or something. Like, I want to kind of make almost like foreground, background music. That's kind of what it is, foreground, background music. Because it's intended to be used in the background of the game. but it works just as well just listening to it in the foreground, you know. That's a key part of this childish nostalgia song, right? Because I feel like this childish nostalgia song, it kind of works. Like obviously, I was promoting it by putting it over Persona 3 and Persona 4 gameplay, because I felt like it matches that vibe. But at the same time, it's like kind of ethereal, like vibe to the production. Obviously, Vice brings the amazing vocals. Like, it's practically ethereal at this point. Like, it's angelic. Like, dude, Vice killed this, bro. Yo, what's good, Demon King? And it's like, it sounds really good, right? It sounds amazing. But I need you to focus on the lyrics and focus on the vibe and focus on, you know, what is being said. What is the message of this track? Because there's a feeling of the track and there's a message of the track. I feel like my verse is very obvious because obviously, like, I don't have the angelic sound to, like, you know, take you in. Like, it's very much like, ooh, we're back to reality. Like, this voice is, you know, it sticks out a bit more. So it's like, oh, okay, what's bro saying? And I'm very blunt with what I'm saying. Wait, when you say cutting out the middleman, are you saying you want your music to be inspired from IP, but you don't want that to be the telling point? Rather, you want it to be a jumping off point? Sort of. I want to be the IP. That's what I'm saying. I want to be the IP, right? But I'm gradually going there. That was the whole point. Persona 6 is like the middle point. It's like, it's obviously an IP that is someone else's. You know, Persona is someone else's series. It's Atlas and stuff. But on the same token, Persona 6 isn't really a thing, right? It's just speculation and just leaks and ideas. So it's like almost like halfway in the middle. Because Persona fans, obviously, they still have the familiarity of the Persona series, of the themes, you know, of the style. That's like, you know, that's there, that's established, the history of that. But also, it's something completely new. There's nothing to, like, I mean, there's something to reference back to the other songs, but at the same time, it's like, we're talking about Persona here. Like, they could decide, oh, we're gonna do, I don't know, we're gonna do house music as like the theme of the music, and it would fit in. And that's essentially what the idea was here. It's like UK garage, 2000s type production, more ethereal sounding. I felt that, like, it definitely feels like I'm off on a walk to wherever it takes me. That's basically what nostalgia is, to the extent to getting transported into a place and time. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, Vice for 100% did her thing, bro. Just you wait till these other songs are completely finished, bro. I'm so excited to put this project out.
Everything's a throwback, just an echo of the way life's flown past. Childhood felt slow, but I've grown fast. Now I've got taxes and bills in my vocab. No, they copying my moves like mocap. But these skills too special, had to hone that. Told me I should break a leg, got them both cast. Good thing they ain't tell me make a killing. Cause I could have been behind bars, not the type that I rhyme with. Instead I'm always eating and I'm not talking dining. My art could shape the future, make a world I'm designing. Straight from the mind quick, ain't no way I stick. I let my youthful pleasures fuel my future endeavors. So if we're sharing any memories, they'll bring us together. When all we had to do was pass the school and answer the parents. And in my room I could recluse after a day to remember. Ha!
Understanding Persona through Breeton Boi, maybe? That would actually be a hard video. That would actually be hard. Because you see the difference between, you know, what you did for understanding Sonic through Breeton Boi and this is, with this, I'm like actively 100% trying to, you know, trying, like I'm trying to understand myself through Persona 6. I'm trying to, create something through that. With the Sonic stuff, apart from Angel Island Anthem, it was just like, referencing and stuff, like, which I guess, it worked for that too, but it's like, this is like a completely different angle. I'm not going off what's already, the only thing that's already established is the persona and the theme and the vibe. Aside from that, it's basically a free playground for me to expand. Like, if I was making Persona 6 soundtrack, what would it be like? This is where is as close as you get. Oh my gosh, bro! It's like illicit substances. I imagine, because I've never had illicit substances before, but oh, thank you, Vice. Thank you so much. I'm actually super proud of this mix. I think it's probably one of my best mixes that I've done. I mean, Vice made it really easy with her, like, amazing vocals, but like I don't know, I just got it down so well. And also, like, the little vocal things I added in too, just to kind of spice things up, like the 3, 2, 1 go, the little like samples. There was also a song, I don't know if no one has caught it, because I don't think anyone who's like listening to my stuff, well, I don't think anyone is locked in like that, right? But if you listen to this bit here,
and in my room I could recluse after a day to remember. Ha.
this part here, and also those parts, those are acapella. I sampled that from a song. I gotta find what the song is called again. But like, there's this super old school like hip hop song that I sampled those vocal parts from, and part of the reason for me doing that was because I know so many like sampling was such a big thing in like Sega and even with Persona games, like especially Persona 3, like there's parts where they just have like random French narration going on, all that kinds of stuff. So I was like, I think it would be really cool to incorporate stuff like that, and it's just little extra tidbits that no one's gonna ever really, unless someone does like a deep analysis, no one's gonna ever really like no one's gonna like pick that out. There was one person though, someone caught onto the 3, 2, 1 go that I used at the beginning of the song and like before the hook both times. It was from the Child Garden stuff. I do enjoy Persona for that reason as well. While there's a narrative that the series pushes you to express it yourself. Oh, wait. While sure there's a narrative the series push you. Oh, sure there's a narrative that the series pushes you to express yourself through it decision it gives you. I don't think it would have fit if this track was reference heavy. To some sense, the singing / rapper are almost like directly narrating their feeling or reaction particular happening. Yeah, that's the thing. Like with this also, I'm not trying to particularly like reference other Persona games. Like I'm not trying to make, because this is the thing, right? I'm not trying to make Persona bars. That's not the objective of this, right? It's not, ooh, let's make a Persona song. It's like, ooh, you know, I do this like this. You know, I got fire like, or I'm so cold like Jack Frost. Like, it's not that type of thing. It's more referencing the vibe than referencing the actual series itself. Which, the other nice part about this is that one day, like, this is also links back to what I was saying earlier about, like, you know, cutting out the middleman. Like, at some point, I can just take out Persona 6 from this title and nothing changes. Maybe the lens people view it from slightly changes, but it's all its own thing. You know, it's my own visuals. You know, the production is leased. You know, there's no references to other stuff. It's like, this doesn't have to be referential. It's only referential in the fact that I want to use YouTube to display to other people what this song was trying to do, you know, before they even click on it. But one day, if I wanted to just take out the Persona 6, that doesn't change anything, you know. You know, obviously it's like that for some of my other tracks where I'm not necessarily reference heavy, but that added context is almost like needed in that regard for you to view the song through a specific lens. Like, even with my Fullmetal Alchemist song, right? I could just have the song called Brotherhood and it could just be Fullmetal Alchemist. But also, one, there's Fullmetal Alchemist visuals in there. And two, like, you kind of need that extra context in order to get, like, a whole layer of the bars. In this song, you don't, like, there's nothing to know about Persona 6. It doesn't exist. So there's no extra layer that you don't get. The only thing that you get is more of a perception thing of like, oh, this is supposed to envision what Persona 6 is supposed to sound like. That's it. But you don't lose any meaning of the actual song by not knowing that it's based on Persona. Or that it's inspired by Persona. That's what creation is all about. Oh, facts. Creation. I like creating. See, I like creating a lot. And not just music. I'm talking about videos. I'm talking about streams. I'm talking about art. Like, I'm not good at art. I'm not good at drawing. But when I did draw stuff, I enjoyed it. Because I like being able to put my own splash on things. I like being able to call something mine, you know? Be able to be like, look what I did. You know? Look at how I interpreted this. Even when I used to do... I gotta bring them back, by the way. But when I used to do my drawing streams, where I would draw like 4 characters a stream, and they would be super awful, but like, that was mine, you know? That was with the current ability I had, and the amount of care I put into learning how to draw, which is not that much, that is what I created. And, you know, no one can take that away. No one can take those interpretations away. And people still enjoyed it, you know? It didn't have to be state of the art, like, bro, people on Twitter are so talented, bro, with their art. It's crazy. But, you know, people found fun in my art. And I think that's really cool. I think that's the cool thing about art. Like, it doesn't have to be quote unquote good, you know? People can enjoy it for what it is. And can enjoy it for many reasons. The objective can be different. The purpose can be different. And the intent can be different. But also the outcome can be different from the intent. Like, I can make a song, you know, to be serious. But people can still enjoy it for other reasons. Because maybe there's something I said in it that kind of took them out of the seriousness and they found it funny. But they take enjoyment from that. They're like, oh, that line is so goofy. But, you know, they keep listening back to it. And they enjoy the fact that line is goofy. It adds to the experience for them. I don't know. I kind of went on a tangent there. I don't even know if I was even talking about anything. Way of Life is fire. Way of Life is fire. Persona 3 Way of Life. Not asking for too much spoilers, but are you saying that the album is going to be kind of have a Persona aesthetic? Oh yeah, facts. For sure. I mean, this song, Childish Nostalgia and Let the Sparks Fly, should kind of give you an idea of what the aesthetic is and the sound is kind of going for.
Why can't you understand that you need to focus on your exams, your studies? This art stuff is going to get you lost.
Like, honestly, this whole video and this whole song should set is really the tone setter, right? It's really the tone setter for what the project is kind of going for.
Never follow paths, I choose my own way. Got my own controller, I play my own game. You can have the rail, I'm on my own train. I don't need you to link, I make my own chain. Never paid attention to what they gon' say, cause life's my...
Like, I know this song did really well. But the thing I wonder how many people like actually like really sat down and analyzed like the lyrics and what is being said in the song, right? Because a lot of people are surface level listeners, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, on certain songs, I'm a surface level listener. Like, I'm not always trying to deeply analyze what I'm listening to. Sometimes I just like the words and the way they bounce around the track, right? But you know, I feel like this is a pretty good indication of like the message of the song is quite clear.
My canvas and I'm not done painting. I stray from the lines, you guys don't hold weight. And I'm not trying to seek approval or rating. Stand alone.
And there's like the base message of the song, which can be applied to anything. And then there's like, you know, obviously the in context of what we're applying it to, which is the visual. This is the music. This is the music video. This is to help you understand the specific story we're telling. But obviously the song has its own message that isn't forcibly stuck into that context. Like, you can kind of take the context of the song and apply it to yourself, but you know, it's always gonna have its main draw from what we're trying to create. The selection screen noises are a great touch. Thank you. Yeah, I added those in because the guy who did the video, you know, he had that whole section, but he didn't have any sound effects. He just had the song and stuff. But I was like, you know, just the little things sometimes, you know.
To what they gon' say, cause life's my canvas and I'm not done painting. I stray from the lines, you guys don't hold weight. And I'm not trying to seek approval or rating. Stand alone, I'll never have a sequel. Smash my foes, I'll never have an equal. Watch your shoulders, anyone's deceitful. Smiling faces masking all the evil. You can hide your true self, but I'll always be me. No, I ain't been a coward. You'll get an eyeful of me when I tower. Everybody think it's sweet till the dead turn sour. Conclusions from sketchy statements.
Yo, what's good, Phase? Welcome to the stream.
Your expectation. My reality trumps your explanation. Watch me lighten up the room like decorations. When I get into my flow, everything that I do make them go. Let me be blunt, here for the smoke. After this, they gon' call me the GOAT. Born to be bold, forced to withhold, forget.
Yo, see, okay, this is the one part I will say. You know, we talked about the referencing. And I feel like this is like the most tasteful way that he could have referenced the other Persona games with the video. Like, I really liked how he did that, because it's like, obviously, if you're following the story of the video, this girl is an artist. If you pay attention at the beginning, her mother obviously does not approve of her being an artist. She wants her to follow a strict path, you know, focus in school, you know, get your grades. You know, it's something that a lot of people can relate to. And I feel like that's something in Persona that's quite common. Like, they always, you know, do storylines that, like, the whole point is each character has a story that people can relate to, right? You know, it's a typical thing of like, I want to do this, but society says I should do that. And it's kind of like, she's an artist, right? So having her like drawing like stuff that is similar to the other Persona games to reference them was actually a really cool touch. I really like that. I like that the guy did that, because here's the thing, I gave the guy the general outline of like, okay, I want the video, you know, the song is this, the whole point of the song is this, I want the video, you know, to be about a girl, and all that. and he, you know, put together the set pieces, right? I gave him the outline, and he, you know, did his thing, and he cooked. The ending line of True Self is something the series as a whole has a heavy commentary orientated. The line was great to me. Thank you. I mean, I see that, you know, from my analysis of listening, I see that, which is why I wrote it like that.
Let me be blown here for the smoke. After this, they gon' call me the GOAT. Born to be bold, forced to withhold. Forget that, sorry, I do now for the more. A setback to me will not harm my resolve. I'ma go and do war that I won't.
You cannot hide the truth compelled.
What have you been doing?
You cannot
I mean, right now I'm just breaking down Let the Sparks Fly and stuff. So yeah, this was premiered as well. I don't know if premieres are cool to do again, because I've been seeing some people premiere but also not. I premiered it because, you know, people already heard the song, but it's mainly just the video I wanted to, you know, showcase. So that's why I premiered it. Childish Nostalgia, 30,000 views, about 40,000 streams. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy with what we've done so far. Some more songs to come. I wanted to get it out this month. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. I need to lock in and finish it. It's mainly mixing and stuff that needs to be finished. I want everything to, like, Childish Nostalgia, I feel like I set a really good sound for, like, the overall consistency of what the album should sound like. So I want to make sure that when I mix all the remaining songs that I have left, they're all to that standard. I meant to say Persona in itself, in and of itself, is always about personhood, and how sometimes the failure to accept one's entirely to be deaf, or even worse, creates great harm on the person, which is why most of the Persona stories start off in quintessential moments in life, like high school, when your identity and sense of self is becoming more evident. See, you know what you're talking about, bro. You know what you're talking about. I'm having Yap session in the comments stream. Nah, it's welcome. It's welcome, bro. Because we're conversing. We're talking about the same thing. You know what I mean? We're analyzing together. Like, I would say some songs that I listen to heavy that kind of helped to inspire this project. I definitely, Heaven, Pursuing Your True Self, Heartbeat, Heartbreak, Color Your Night, and, you know, It's Going Down Now. But yeah. But once the Persona 6 stuff is done, the idea is to just go straight into, like, fully original stuff. But I want to present it in a way that's interesting, but also in a way that rewards the people who have been here since, you know, I started getting traction on YouTube. Like, I know people were here for anime, people were here for all that, but I want to really reward the fans that are here for me. I want to reward the people that, you know, have tried to consume as much as they can. You know, those people that will be like, I don't know what anime this is, but I still listen because I enjoy your music. Those are the people in 2025 that I want to target, right? Those are the people that I want to almost feel like it paid off, you know? All these years of listening to me, all these years of, you know, consuming my music, becoming familiar with my tendencies, you know, transcending the individual songs themselves. Those are the people that my 2025 that I'm planning, that's who that's for. You know, people like you guys in the stream. Because you could just listen to the music and that's it. You don't have to be in the stream right now listening to me yap about random things. You know, you don't have to be in my Discord server, you know, chatting to me about things, linking things. Like, you guys don't have to do any of that. You don't have to be my Patreon. You don't have to be a YouTube member. But, you know, people do that. And I want to reward those people through why they came here in the first place. The music. You know, I want people to feel like their presence did something. You know? Because it did. If I didn't have 60,000 people decide that they wanted to click the subscribe button on my channel, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know, if I didn't have 74,000 people decide, hey, I'm going to put on a Breeton Boi song this month, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know, if I didn't have 36,000 people go on my Spotify profile and decide, hey, I'm going to click the follow button so Spotify tells me when this guy is going to drop another song, I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, bro, it just wouldn't be the case. And it works multiple ways, right? Like, because I know obviously not every stream is a new stream. Some streams are from the same people. So it's like, if I didn't have someone who was like, oh, I'm going to stream this song 120 times, you know, this song is in my rotation. Like, because here's the thing, right? Before I really got into making music, like, I didn't follow people on Spotify like that. I didn't really even like clock that was a thing. I would just play the song and just be done. Like, my interactivity with artists was so low. And you know, it makes sense because I listen to a lot of mainstream music. You don't really get to interact with mainstream artists. Like, you can follow them on social media, but they're never going to respond to you. They're never going to, you know, interact with you. They're never going to stream. For the most part. There's some that do now. It's a bit different now. But even now, for the most part, like, if you're a fan of Jid, for example, when are you ever going to get to interact with Jid? When are you ever going to have a tangible effect on Jid? Unless you meet him in person after a show or something. Like, when are you going to be able to be like, yo, I remember, like, I was chatting to Jid and I told him his song inspired me and whatever, or anything like that, you know? Or even just leaving a comment on a song and getting a like or getting a response. And knowing that, oh, that person saw what I said. And, you know, they liked it. They interacted with it. They saw it. Or even better, they responded. That's why I always try and respond to all my comments, even though it gets difficult when you get a lot of comments. And, you know, at the time when I wasn't fully, like, I was kind of on a little bit of an unofficial break, I would not, like, respond to a lot of comments. So I kind of lost my wave with that. But I want people to know when they listen, it means something. Like, every comment means something to me. W speech? Bro, I didn't even mean to go on a speech, bro. I feel like I do this sometimes. I just start yapping and I just start, like, saying things. And it's like, bruh, chill. They just came to the stream to have fun. They didn't come to the stream for you to make this speech about how you appreciate everyone and all that. Social media, it definitely creates a more immediacy and erodes away some level of barrier between art and artists. Now, obviously, what I don't want to do is have parasocial relationships. I don't want that. That's not what I want. I don't want people thinking they know me, like, personally because they know my music or because they talk to me on Discord. Like, I don't know you guys personally, You guys don't know me personally, but we can still be cool. You know what I mean? Like, I can still hang out and chat with you guys. I can still play Roblox on stream with you guys. You know, like, you're still people. It's never gonna be like, oh, I need to be like secluded from them. Like, no, I can't be talking to these people. Like, obviously, you gotta remember, you know, we're not besties. Like, I don't know you. I don't know what you do every day. I don't know how you act. You know, all I know is your presence in my comment section or in my Discord or in the chats. And it's the same for you guys. All you guys know is my music and how I am on streams and stuff like that. I appreciate the convo like these. They're never obligated to do this, which is why I did appreciate the comment on the video. The strangest thing about making videos is feeling like talking out of my ass. Hey, bro. Something about me is I will always do my best to go out of my way to interact with fan-created content, right? Anything. You guys make a drawing, you guys make a video. Like, I literally have said to people so many times, because people, here's the thing, right? There's some people that will see like someone make a video or whatever, and they'll like scoff at it, or they'll watch it, and you know, it won't be the best thing ever, and they'll just be like, oh, like, look at this guy, whatever. Like, someone make a fan AMV, and someone will be like, it's not that great, or whatever. And it's like, for me, that's not the point. Like, there's greatness in every little thing. If you make a fan AMV, like, I'm gonna check it out. That's why I have the shared content area in my server. But I'm really trying to just get people who are active to be in the Discord server, right? Because I don't want people that are just gonna come in and just be like, okay, all they do is just come into my server just to promote their stuff. Just promote their stuff, dip. Promote their stuff, dip. Like, that's not what I want. I want a stream of people who are interacting with me and my content to show off what they're doing, so I can also appreciate it, you know? And it can kind of be like a cycle thing, you know what I mean? Because recently, Asura posted a stream. I checked out his stream while he was streaming. Dusk Dawn or Dust, I can't remember the exact name, was streaming. I checked their stream out. And these are people that come into my streams all the time, you know? So it makes me more inclined to want to also give back. And let you know, hey, you're not putting this into a void. I'm actually going to look at it. Because I feel like that also inspires people to make better content, right? If I was posting my stuff in a channel where I knew that someone whose content I appreciate and enjoy is going to look at it or has a high chance of looking at it, I'll make sure my stuff is the best. Because it's like, I want them to see how good I can be, you know? Maybe something can come out of it. You know? That's why the reason this video exists, the reason this video even exists in the first place is literally exactly what I'm saying. It's literally because this dude, shout out this dude Frost Riku, right? This dude literally decided to make a fan animation. That's literally why the video exists. Because this guy made this video. Now it's just the chorus section again, because we decided to just keep that. But that is literally why that video exists, and I think that's so cool, right? Because, you know, I just always search my name on YouTube. Like, I feel like as a creator, I don't know if other creators do it, but I do it. Normally because I try to find reaction videos, right? So I try and find videos with my name in it. And, you know, I came across this video because someone made an animation, you know? And, like, you know, I sent people to go check out this video and check out this animation and stuff. And people checked it out, you know? Shout out to my community, by the way. That's why you guys are awesome, because I can be like, yo, check out what this guy made. And, you know, people can go and flock to this guy. Unfortunately, he hasn't uploaded anything since that video. really wish he was more consistent. But that even makes it even more meaningful because bro uploaded 4 years ago, 1 year ago, 10 months ago. And out of all the bare time that he uploads, he decided to upload a video of my song. And guess what? We took that and we made this. We made a whole thing out of it. Now granted, it doesn't have that many more views, but give it time. Give it time. I'm not giving up on this video. I mean, it was always going to be difficult for it to get a super amount of views considering the first one is right there. And it has Persona 6 in the thumbnail. But that's why this was basically, this is like a reward for the real ones. Because I know the real ones will tune in regardless. And you know, they get the extra. They get the extra. With my essay things, I tried to emphasize that I don't personally know the creator in question. I mean, that's the thing, right? That's the thing you have to always keep in mind when using the internet and stuff, right? Whether you're mutuals with someone or whatever, like, you don't really know them, right? Unless you know them. Like, I have a lot of mutuals that I don't really know like that. I've talked to them. I've interacted with them. I'm cool with them. Been in VCs with some of them. You know? Made projects with some of them. But, like, I don't really know them like that. Like, I don't know. Like, even creator to creator, I don't know them. You know, let alone fan to creator. Let alone creators that I'm a fan of that don't necessarily see what I'm doing. They don't know me. I don't know them. And I think that's always important as well because of how many, you know, stuff comes out about different creators. Like, all this stuff that they were doing in the background, all these bad things come to light or whatever. And I'm not talking about, like, people who, you know, did something, like, 5 years ago or 10 years ago and, like, they've moved on and become better. I'm talking about people who are, like, actively doing bad things and it gets brought to light. It's like, you know, people always hit the classic, like, oh, I knew they were a bad person, or, like, oh, like, you shouldn't put creators on a pedestal. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't. Anyone could be a creator. I'm a creator, right? I'm not saying I've done anything bad or I'm doing anything bad. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, 5 years ago, I was just some kid. Literally like anyone else. You know, university, studying, not sure what I'm going to do in the future. Had passions, like anime, like video games. Like, and you know, I'm still, like, on the creator side of things, I'm still not really where I want to be. I want that 100K next year. At least. I feel like I've delayed it for too long. Right? Although, to be fair, this year, I kind of subsided it by growing on Instagram and TikTok. That was something I really wanted to do, and I really did. I went from, like, 4,000 Instagram followers to 15,000 now. And from, like, about the same on TikTok to, like, 12,000 or something. So, you know, it's not explosive growth, but it's consistent. Like, my videos consistently do well on there. I know what my audience likes on there. Not gonna lie, that's weird. I always knew weird is kind of cringe. Kind of feels like you're prioritizing being right over. Yeah, that's the other thing too. That's the other thing, right? It's like people want to be so right about people. People want to, you know. I tried TikTok. It's hard. Congrats to you. I don't know how you'll do it. You just have to find your thing. TikTok is like, or you know, your thing finds you. But it's honestly simpler than you think, right? Because I'll be honest, right? I did not grow because of my music. That's not why my TikTok page is where it's at right now. 11.3K. It's not because of my music, which, you know, it's something I kind of had to take on the chin. It's not that I'm not promoting my music, because I am now, right? But initially, when I really was like, I'm going to push to do TikTok, and shout out Vice again, because Vice has always been telling me to really push on TikTok, right? When I decided to do that was pass, is it? Okay, I was doing like stuff here and there, but I wasn't really consistent. I was getting like what, 1,000 to 3,000 like views. 1,000, 3,000. And I had some because TikTok was doing a thing where it's like if your video is over 1 minute, they'll like boost it. But they kept messing about with me because I kept getting copyrighted for using my own music. Like, how is that even possible? That's a whole different rant. But yeah. You know, I found that trying to promote my anime rap stuff was not working, at least not in this format. I tried using other formats that I've seen people do for other stuff and bringing it to anime rap, and it wasn't really working. So I decided to kind of go more like comedic route, like find stuff that I enjoyed watching on TikTok and do that, and then occasionally do like music stuff. And you know, just having your videos do well on TikTok is one thing. The other thing is the carryover and retention rate, right? If you're promoting a song, is how many people are going to go from your TikTok and be like, ah, that was a nice TikTok, to, ah, that was a nice song, I want to go listen to the song. Like, let's see. Like, it was when I started doing these videos, right? That am I the only one who walks around listening to Persona so I can act like I'm the protagonist of this world? Once I started doing stuff like this, like that got 10K, this one got 11K. I did this for my soccer song. I don't know how many people actually listen to the full soccer song because of some of my soccer stuff, because that was the stuff that, you know, kind of caught a little bit more traction. But yeah, you know, this one did 12, this one 32, and these are not like my music at all, right? It's just dumb things that I found funny. I was like,
Disgusting black creatures, get out of my sight. Disgusting black creatures, get out of my sight.
like this is literally just a funny video idea that I had, and I was like, you know what? Let me just do that. 19K. You know, me just talking about soccer not being in the Fortnite DLC, which is still crazy, by the way. You know, me talking about falling asleep to Persona music. Me talking about how all these plushies are just blue, which I thought they were knockoffs, but they're actually not. You know, I tried different things as well. Like, there was this other guy I saw doing like long music video stuff, and I tried doing that. Didn't really crack anything. I might try and do more, but for now it's like, yeah. You know, making memes off Knuckles' show. A TikTok about Inazuma 11 doing 25K. I never would have thought it, bro. You know, just a whole bunch of stuff. And the thing with TikTok is you also can't be like, TikTok is one of those platforms. How I feel about TikTok now is how I felt about my anime rap when I was first starting it, right? Because I was doing weekly. It's like if a video flopped, it's cool. I go back again next week. We try again. You know? With TikTok, ideally you want to do daily. I was consistently daily, but now I'm kind of like flip-flopping. A couple days I'm not uploading, and then I upload and stuff. Just because I'm also like trying to get this music grind like really focused and stuff like that. So I slip up a couple days. It's not best discipline for me, but you know, it is what it is. But like, you know, I hit a 922. Here I'm back with a 4,000. The anime, like I tried to reincorporate anime stuff again. People weren't really going for it, so it's like, alright, cool. But sometimes you just have to do it anyways, even if it doesn't bang, even if it doesn't really do anything, you just do it anyways. Because, like, I guarantee you, I have some videos here on my TikTok that did not do that well, but once other videos of mine caught traction, they started to catch traction. Like, what's the best example? The best example is, where is it? The best example is this one, right? This one's just simple. It's just Sonic Riders like gameplay, or gameplay of like a fan remake of Sonic Riders with my Sonic and Amy song playing over it. Putting down my soul for you. Let's just at this stage I got a ring and that's my goal for you. I think this is overdue. And this video flopped originally. I don't know why it picked up, but it just picked up at some point, and now it's at 118k. I don't know how many people watched that and went to stream the song, but you know, it did what it did. Obviously, there was my Persona leak thing that I did, which my whole point of that was like, oh, you know, I've built up, you know, people who know I make Persona content. You know, I'm gonna try and pretend like I have a Persona leak, but it's actually my own original song. I did that, and these videos started popping off. 161k, 211k, 52k. Even though people started to catch on, anytime I used that song, it was working because people just ended up liking the song. And then even after like 8k, 43k, 64k, like, and actually carried over to the music. People actually went and streamed it. That's why it's almost at like 500,000 streams right now, which is crazy. The weirdest thing about content creation, I still don't understand what's going to do well. Yeah, that's literally what it is. When you have to discover it, right? You just have to keep trying. You know, if you find what you're doing is not working, try something new. Try something dumb. Try something that you've seen someone else do, and like apply it to yourself. Like I've seen people doing these videos of like is basically people doing the videos of like, oh, you know, this particular artist like going all out or whatever, or rent was due, and it's just people lip syncing a song. And I was like, bet, I'm gonna do that with Persona music. So that's what I did, right? So I have like my 3 to 4 like general video ideas that I like and that work for me, that I just rinse and repeat over and over again in different contexts to build up the audience of people that enjoy that. And then I throw in a new thing every now and then. Like for example, this one, right? This was an idea that I started from here, which was basically every time I see like a knockoff Sonic or whatever, I literally just video it and I play this audio, the E rank results screen. It was a new idea at the time, it worked, so I kept doing it. Obviously I don't go around looking for knockoff Sonics, so it's not really been posted that much. I think made about 4 or 5 versions of that. I also made other ones where I literally just record something from my laptop on my phone and just put some kind of information on it with a song that makes sense. You know, a lot of these flopped because it was mainly the Sonic ones or something Sonic related that was doing well. But also another thing I want to point out is sometimes what works on one platform or what doesn't work on one platform can work on another. Like if we pull up my Instagram, for example, some videos that you'll see flopped, they either did better on Instagram, or they just like did like astronomically better, like, or they just did better in general. You know, my Instagram does better in general than my TikTok. Like, let's go down to like you know, it's generally about the same. If a video does well on TikTok, it will do well on Instagram, you know, vice versa. But like sometimes it's like complete opposite. Like, I mean, this video popped off on both. It got 1.4 million on Instagram, and I believe it got, I think it's my pinned video actually, so it's probably all the way at the top. But you know, it did pretty well. It did like about the same on TikTok too. something like this, for example, this Nazo Unleashed one, 300k on Instagram. If I find the same one, yeah, how far back was it? Be My Freestyle. Okay. Like 27k on here. You know, Fullmetal Alchemist, Final Fantasy Sonic, 117k on here. On TikTok, that did what? 700, not even 1,000. So it just goes to show you, like, try on multiple platforms too. Because I know on Instagram, if I post something, I'm getting thousands at least, and I can get to 10k if it's relatively decent. You know, my music hasn't popped off. I've tried what other people have done with music, and it just doesn't work for me. I have to find my own thing that works. So I have to try and reintroduce my music in different ways. But yeah, that should be a lesson to you guys. Especially like YouTube Shorts, I don't get anything, right? YouTube Shorts is just, it don't work for me. At least not what I've been doing that I do on TikTok and Instagram. It doesn't work on YouTube Shorts for me. So yeah, I kind of put YouTube Shorts to the wayside. But Instagram, TikTok, I've seen people have bigger growth than me in the same time period, but it's not about comparing the growth. It's just about looking at my own growth, like where I was and where I got to. And just, the other thing I find, like, and the other reason why I don't mind doing all this other random stuff that's not necessarily my music, is that one, it gets people into my personality, into what I like. And if they like what I like, they'll probably like my music at the end of the day. But the other thing is, you know, is giving myself a platform. You know, I can do other stuff because I gave myself a platform with Breeton Boi music. Like, I can stream because I gave myself a platform with Breeton Boi. That's why you guys are here. If I just started off streaming, you guys wouldn't know who I was, right? You know, everything, just the most important thing, in my opinion, it could be different for other people. Other people might say something else, but the most important thing is giving yourself a platform. As long as you're doing something that you like, here's the thing. It might not be the specific thing that you want to do, but if it's something you like, and it's something that you can enjoy doing, you know, often, just do it, you know. Give it a chance. Give yourself the platform. I mean, just look at, like, every YouTuber should be an example to you. Like KSI did the FIFA videos. He wouldn't be where he was today if he didn't do those FIFA videos. You know, he might not have seen himself doing all the stuff that he's done, but he gave himself the platform. The FIFA videos gave him the platform to do music. The music gave him the platform to be like, hey, record labels, I can pull this, and this isn't even serious. Like, I want to do actual music now. You know? With social media, I think a lot of people miss that it's not necessarily about what you're doing. It's about giving yourself the platform to do more, you know? Like, another example. I feel like I should bring the music back. I haven't played anything in a while. I've just been yapping along. I gotta turn it down. It's gonna distract me. Like, for example, my new channel that I made, Breeton Talks, which, thank you guys, we got it up to 252 subscribers. Like, everything that I've done and consumed has given me the platform to make these videos, right? And even though I know a majority of my audience is not necessarily going to necessarily want this, I want to do it, right? And I have people in my audience who are willing to check it out. People who are willing to give it a chance. Because it's me. because I gave myself the platform by doing music. They're like, I like his music. They go on Twitter, I like his tweets, he's funny. I go on Instagram, I like his reels, they're funny. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm doing this. Now, most people may not even click, but I gave myself the platform to have people that could potentially be like, hey, I'm gonna give this a chance. I'm going to check this out and see if I like it. And they may not like it. But for me, the most important thing is that people took the chance, right? And you know, I'm guilty of doing that for some creators. There's some creators I watched for one specific thing and they do something else and I didn't give them the chance. And that's fine. It's the viewer's choice. But the fact that they gave themselves the platform to give me the opportunity to decide if I wanted to give them that chance or not, that's the key thing right there. Also, welcome back again, Vice. Welcome. Also, I need to reach out. Am I making a Jinx rap? Probably not. I don't know. I haven't watched Arcane Season 2 yet. We'll see after I watch it. But I didn't make an Arcane rap anyways. I'm not super into League in general. I just like to just watch it and you know, move on. I think you're never going to be happy with personal accomplishment if you're comparing yourself. That's the fact right there. That's why I refuse. I really do my best not to compare myself in any aspect of life. Because, you know, as they say, I don't know if it's a longer phrase, but what I know is comparison is the enemy of joy, right? Like, if I compare how my video did to how some of the other YouTubers I watched did, I'm gonna be sad. Even though this is really, or if I compare, like, even if I compare this to how a video on my main channel would do, I'm gonna be like, damn. Like, you know, damn, it's not hitting the same numbers, but I have to focus on, like, this is a brand new entity. This is a new me. This is how I see it. Every channel, every social media, everything I do is a new me, alright? Breeton Talks is not Breeton Boi, and Breeton Boi is not It's Breeton. You know? This is me streaming. This is a whole different me. Not necessarily as in, like, I'm acting different or anything, but just in the sense, like, you know, this is its own channel. It's its own thing. It's a standalone as well as being a part of myself, right? You know? When I go on Instagram and I make reels, that's a different me. Because I also have to think about it from the context of, like, some people are going to find me on Instagram and that's all they're going to know. They could be, like, I've been recognized by people at conventions and stuff because of my TikToks and my reels. And my music is mostly faceless. So there could be more people who may have recognized me based on my music, but they don't because they don't know what I look like. They don't see me, right? Instagram, you know, I may not get the same, I may not get like as much like payout from the same amount of views. I may not get the same, you know, following. I may not get all of that, right? But it has its own merits. It's its own version, you know? Someone be like, hey, I saw you on TikTok. That means what I created there stuck with them enough to be memorable. And it gives me the platform to go, hey, oh, that's cool. You know, I also do music. And for them to go, oh, you do music as well? I found you from this and I enjoy you for this. But I could go further. 252, that's quick. It is quick. Honestly, a lot of people subscribed because I posted it on my my main YouTube. But a lot of people also just subscribed because of the first video. So I don't think I'm gonna promote. I think I'm gonna wait a couple of videos before I promote this channel again from my main channel. Because what I've been clear about whenever I promote this channel is if you're interested, like if you're interested in me talking about this, subscribe. If it interests you, because I don't want my subscribers from my Breeton Boi channel to just blindly come over to Breeton Talks and, you know, mess up the whole thing, right? I don't want them to just come over and just be like, oh, I'm gonna just subscribe because it's a Breeton Boi channel and then never watch the videos, right? That's not what I want. I want people here who want to be here, and I don't hold it against anyone. Like even people in the Discord who I talk to, they're like, hey man, like I'm not really into Sonic, like I'm probably not gonna watch the videos. That's cool. I'm fine with that. That's also why in the Discord, right, when I set up the questionnaire for like the roles and stuff, I made separate things for the streams, for my song, for my music, and for this, because I want people to pick the option, right? If someone came just to get updates on my music, that's completely fine. And I want them to know that, hey, I'm not gonna ping you for every single thing I do, like I did in my old server. I would just ping, hey everyone, look, new song. Hey everyone, look, right? But what was I saying? I low-key lost my train of thought while talking. But yeah, right? You get the idea though. You get what I mean. The whole reason I remade myself in the first place is because I wanted to be more active. But also I don't want people to feel like bombarded by me picking, hey, look at this channel. Hey, look at that channel. Hey, stream here, stream there, stream on YouTube, stream on Twitch, this, that. Like, it can be overwhelming, I imagine. And I know a lot of people come from different sources as well. I want it to be a hub, but not just for my content too, also just for people to talk about things that they like, that they relate to, you know? That's why I do this. I did anime raps because I liked anime, and I found other people who liked anime through the music, and they also like the music. How impressed by your ability to speak off the cuff. I wanted to stream, but I don't know. I can't speak this fluently like this. Respect. You know what the crazy thing about that is? I don't think I'm that good at that, you know? I feel like it's only because I have a specific point, or I have like really strong feelings about this. And I don't know, once I get into a rhythm, you know, I'm good. But if you just ask me, hey, can you talk about this for like 2 minutes? I struggle, bruh. Honestly. You just kind of get a feel for it, though. When I started streaming, there was no one watching my streams, just the people around me were watching. You know? And half the time they were in the streams too, so it'd be like the same people who are in the streams are the ones who have the stream open. You know? And even I'm still trying to learn all this social media stuff, right? Like TikTok streams, I cannot figure them out, bro. I cannot figure out how people get consistent like 50 or whatever people in a TikTok stream. I feel like people, like my TikTok streams get up to like 4 people. Someone will join, someone will leave. It's never consistent. Instagram, I can kind of get people to like stay for a bit. But afterwards, they just kind of, you know, it kind of dies down, you know. It's very 50-50. This channel, the Breeton Talk channel, was made just for me to be able to express what I like. And I specifically told myself I'm not, you know, gonna get soaked up in the numbers. I'm not gonna be like, okay, I need to make a video about this because I want this to blow up. I need to make a video about that, you know. And I'm feeling more relaxed about this channel, right? Because I got to a point with the Breeton Boi channel where I was like, if I'm not getting a certain amount of views, like, I'm like, bruh, like, I just fumbled, right? I just put all this together. Like, I spent all this time making on the song. I spent all this time, you know, paying for the AMV, you know, pushing it out, uploading it on DistroKid, all of that, just for it to flop. Like, and I don't like that I got to that point, which is why the music is kind of slowed down, right? Because I had to like refocus myself. Like, obviously I'm trying to make money from this, you know what I mean? Like, it's my living, right? But at the same time, if I focus too much on that, it's gonna take me away, you know? Or it's gonna put me in a box where I have to do specific things to get that. i.e., I have to rap about anime in order to get views, because that's what my audience wants. Which I don't mind rapping about anime. I like anime. I don't watch it as much though, if I'm being honest. Which is also why you don't see me, like, I haven't made a Dan rap yet because I haven't watched it. I haven't made, you know, like, I just rap about what I enjoy and what I've watched. And I haven't watched many new shows, so I don't really have raps about them. You know what I mean? This year, I was kind of dropping like once a month basis. And aside from the Persona 6 stuff, well, I did a Blue Lock rap. Because I watched season 1 of Blue Lock a while ago. I did Solo Leveling. So I watched a few episodes of Solo Leveling. I like the idea, I like the vibe. Make some references. This was like a freestyle because I was inspired by someone else's song. So I basically freestyled over their song. They gave me permission. I wanted to like take the idea and vibe they had in their song and kind of like build on top of it. One sec. Alright. Yeah. You know, Toji, obviously, Yuta. With an expectation for the channels comes with limiting what you're comfortable with uploading. I get what you're saying with a certain threshold. You start feeling restricting what you upload. Exactly. And it's like, originally when I started making music, I just liked referencing what I liked, right? I wasn't doing it in some like format in order to, you know, get popular, right? And of course, doing that format, being introduced to that format and doing it that way, obviously it created branding, which I needed to know about. It created, I feel like a lot of things were kind of subconscious things that I learned, right? Because I got to know branding, right? My channel's obviously branded around anime. Like, it's all these things I was missing. I didn't know I needed them. Now that I know I need them, I feel like this is what people mean, right? This is why when YouTubers do those things of like, oh, starting a channel from scratch, right? And they're like, oh, you know, this is proof that anyone can succeed on YouTube, like even if you're a small channel, right? What you don't get from that though is that they have the experience of building a channel, you know? They know what works on YouTube, even if it's not the same niche and all that. They have the framework. They know about branding. They know about, you know, frequent uploading. They know about, you know, how to retain people. This is all stuff that, I'm gonna be honest, you don't learn unless you do it. Like, if I didn't spend all these years consistently uploading, you know, trying different things, you know, trying stuff that's current, uploading stuff that has, you know, a big point that week, uploading stuff that was popular 10 years ago. You know, if I didn't have the experience of doing all these things, you know, making something that's 2 minutes long, making something that's 3 minutes long, making something that's 5 minutes long, you know, uploading stuff with similar thumbnails, uploading stuff with custom thumbnails. If I didn't have all of this practice, I wouldn't know. You know, I can analyze someone else's channel, but it's not the same as doing it yourself. You know, if you look at my channel 4 years ago, before I started like fitting into the nerdcore format, and you look at it, you know, you casually go through it, right? You can see the different areas of branding, right? You can see all the different things I was trying. You know, you can see this very, you know, text, anime character center, rap on it, you know, name, you know, all that in the back. That was a style. That was branding. People saw this and knew it was me. You know? Also, anime fans saw this and knew, okay, this is anime. You know? And of course, as a creator, you have genuine feelings about what you're creating, right? So, for example, I know a thing for me was I didn't want to have to put rap on my thumbnails for people to click it. You know? It didn't feel like, I don't know. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but I felt like it took away aesthetically, right? And I mean, I took it off for a lot of videos. A lot of videos that are my most popular videos don't even have rap on them. You know, this was my era where I took off rap, and I just had the character, the text in the back, unreadable half the time, but that was part of the aesthetic. It didn't matter whether it was readable or not. That's just what it was. You know, different titles, regular titles, rap AMV. And sometimes you just do different stuff and you don't know what's working. Sometimes you just don't know what's making it happen. You know? Those growing a channel from nothing ignore how many of those YouTubers have years of experience to fall back on. Exactly. And also it's very different because I feel like someone starting a channel, especially if they're starting a channel and they've done the research, like if they have the research side and not the experience side, they'll feel like, oh, I have to stick to this, I have to stick to that, you know? Because they're trying to make it work. With someone doing an experiment like that and they already have a successful channel, they're not going to be held back by, oh, I have to make this work, because they know, hey, even if this flops, I still got my main channel to go back to. So like, you know, it's like I tried a couple different type of thumbnails. It didn't really work for me. Okay, I put the Breeton Boi logo on there. It didn't really seem to make that much of a difference whether it was there or not. I tried it in different colors. Obviously this black and white stood out a bit more. You know, I tried using this type of title. It seemed to work, but then for some it seemed to not work. But it's like, was it the thumbnail difference? Does this thumbnail stand out more than this one? Maybe this isn't a clear indication of what it is. It worked when I put it in this, but also the title is different, but also it's the actual character. It's easier to see, and maybe this is just, to some people, this is just some black guy in a black t-shirt, whilst this is, you know, actually Toji. Meanwhile, this is very obviously Gear 5 Luffy, but it's Breeton Gear 5 Luffy. It's a black Gear 5 Luffy. This is, you know, Gohan final form, or what's it called? Beast Gohan, but it's Breeton Boi. You know, this is Sonic and Blaze, but it has the Breeton Boi logo. But maybe it doesn't stand out that much, you know? This is obviously Breeton Full Metal Alchemist, but maybe Full Metal Alchemist isn't in the sphere right now. Maybe Full Metal Alchemist fans aren't looking for rap, you know? Maybe YouTube isn't showing it to the right people. It's all different things you have to take into account. You know? And also, I feel like as a creator, I feel like when you become a creator and you have that experience, the way you see things is kind of skewed too. Like when I look at videos, like I can't not regress, but I can't change my mind to how someone who doesn't make videos scrolls YouTube, right? So maybe to me, as a creator, I'm like, oh, you know, I know what this is. I know what a Breeton Boi is. Let the sparks fly. I would click that, you know? Persona 6 song, I would click that. But maybe someone else who's not a creator, who's never been a creator, you know, would be like, oh, Persona 6 isn't out. I'll scroll over that. It's obviously fake, but not understanding, hey, this is what I do. I make songs about this subject here. That's what this is. You know? Maybe they interpret that different. They naturally know what to do, tags in certain naming styles or even duration. And here's the thing, right? You hear conflicting stories because everyone has a different experience. So who's to say what even works anyways? Like for my Breeton Talks channel, right? There's just so many factors, it's so hard to nail things down. Like, people say, oh, you need to tag, you need to put all the tags, you know, put maximum tags, you know, for the description with keywords and tags and stuff. For this video, I didn't really do that. Like for this video, you know, I don't have that many. I have Shadow Generation soundtrack, Sonic X Shadow Generations OST, and then my tags, I put like 5 tags on that video. I put like 5 tags on that video. And also, oh, I accidentally closed that. Oh well, I'm probably gonna end soon anyways once I finish this rant. But also, it's like, you also have to take into account, like, the stats on this video are so different to what I get on my main channel. Like, I have 155 dislikes on this video when I'm talking about the Sonic Shadow Generation soundtrack because I had a negative opinion on it, and people did not, people liked what I said. I got a lot of positive comments, but I got a lot of negative feedback too. And it's like, but I put like 5 tags on that video. I did not absolutely tag my video into oblivion, which I think is important because it gives, especially if it's a new channel, it gives YouTube the chance, you kind of guide it a little bit. You're like, hey, give it to people who are looking for the Sonic Generations, the Shadow Generations OST. And then YouTube from there decides, oh, okay, well, I'll feed it out to some people. And it might take a little bit. Like this video, didn't take that long. Also because I pushed it with my main channel, so it got that little bit of boost too. But it kind of carried itself. This video, it had like about 100 views after the first day, right? It didn't look like it was going anywhere. All of a sudden, started picking up. So you just never know. So my whole thing with this channel is I'm just gonna put things out as they are. Not really looking to change stuff too much unless I feel like it's really necessary. Like I could have changed the title, I could have changed the thumbnail, I could have messed about with it, I could have added more tags, more description stuff, but I just left it. And it's just, it's doing what it needs to do. Low key, I think that's the reason why many established YouTubers stop creating small channels, because they feel creative limited because of what they can do. In terms of viewership, I like the style of fusing your Sony with anime like that. It's like looking behind the curtains. I'm going to appreciate what people put themselves. The grind is a trail. Yeah, that's the thing, right? There was actually a guy at MCM, a UK con, who came up to me. Well, he didn't come. Well, yeah, he came up to my table because he was just talking to YouTubers and stuff, right? He wanted some advice, and he was a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. I low-key forgot what his channel was, but his thing is he talks about like he tries to he has a unique selling point to his channel. He tries to be more beginner friendly with YouTube because with Yu-Gi-Oh tutorials because in his words, in the Yu-Gi-Oh space, when you have tutorials for new decks and stuff, people assume that you already know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. But for beginners, it's hard. And I'm like, that's a good idea. But for me, his presentation was kind of lacking. I could kind of tell that. But for him, maybe he's not putting as much care into his thumbnails. Maybe he's not, seeing the value in it. But I'm like, you could literally take your exact same idea that you're doing, but you use what's unique about you. He dresses up as some of the cards, like he cosplays as some of the Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. I'm like, dude, why don't you just do the video wearing it? Because he'll be wearing it at the beginning of the video, and then he just shows some what he's talking about, and you don't see him again. I'm like, dude, show yourself, as much as you can throughout the video. Put yourself in the thumbnail. That's something that's unique to you. I don't just see people cosplaying as Yu-Gi-Oh monsters and explaining the deck to me. If I was super into Yu-Gi-Oh and I see what's a Yu-Gi-Oh monster? Elemental Hero Neos, I think that's one. Or Elemental Hero Wingman explaining Yu-Gi-Oh stuff to me, I'm gonna be like, yo, this is sick. This is unique. I'm a fan just for this. But it's that's where the aspect of experience comes in, because he'll probably figure things out himself, as he goes down that line, as he tries new stuff. He'll figure out oh snap, the ones where I put myself, I get more views. Yeah, okay, I've been streaming for a while. I think I'm gonna end it there. We could continue this chat in my Discord. Go to the link in my description. I will, I'll be in the chat room section, not the VCs, but just the text chat. I'm down to expand on anything I mentioned here. Honestly, I want to really build my own community. Not a nerdcore community, not a Sonic community. I want to build a Breeton Boi community, right? Where we could just talk about stuff, I want to inspire people to create. And I have, I want to embrace fan content. Hey, Breeton, next Roblox stream, if we play a game together, do I have permission to record some of it for a video? Yeah, sure. Of course you do. Of course. You're playing it too. You have permission to record it. Do what you want. That's what I mean. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Demon King wants to record next time we play. Bet, record. Make your own thing, you know? And I'll watch it. I'll check it out. There's so many cool people that like do stuff, you know? And I want to accentuate that. You know? The same people that have accentuated what I do, tuned into what I do, given me love for what I do, I want to give the same back. You guys are the real ones, you know? Anyways, yeah, I think it was great chatting with you. Have a good night. You too, Midnight Mocha. Thank you for pulling up. You know, if you like the stream, make sure you like the stream. Gotta remind y'all, like the stream. It helps, I think. And you know, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell so you get notified. Join the Discord in the description. You know, all the usual stuff. I hate having to do that every time, but I have to remind guys, right? Because yeah, I just gotta make sure. Now we have 253 subscribers on the channel. Wow. I need to get new people. We need to. And here's another thing, right? I like when, you know, I like seeing all the regular people on YouTube. We gotta get some new people in here. We gotta get new blood. I have to start advertising my Discord and stuff on my Instagram and TikTok. So I'm gonna start doing that in my next couple ones. I'm gonna start. Hi everyone, I fell asleep midstream. Oh well, you can go back to sleep. We're about to end. We're about to end, bro. You missed me going on a whole rant about content creation, like this. You know what? Maybe I'll clip this part of the stream and upload it separately as like just like, I don't know, Breeton gives content creator advice or something. I don't know. Because I feel like that section of the stream is probably useful for some people to hear. See ya. Yeah, see ya phased. See ya Kurosaki. Get your sleep, man. This weekend, we'll be back again. Saturday, Sunday. We're streaming. So get ready, guys. Get ready. And also Saturday, 4 p.m. UK time, there will be another upload on this channel. So watch out for that. And keep an eye on all my socials for new music. Alright, I'm actually going now. Bye guys. You guys have been awesome. Also, the music stopped like ages ago and I apologize. Yeah. I'll be there. Bet. I'll see you there. And then next Tuesday and Thursday, we'll resume Metaphor streams. Anyways, goodbye. Goodbye. Free my mind, no restraint, like when I was younger in the sunny lights, summer rain, dripping head to toe. I pray just take me back to those days. All I'm longing for was how I make it home. Dry my hair, get all warm and cozy.